Good morning, Soul Circle! I'm Steven.
And I'm Candice.
Our grand entrances.
And we're here from Arcana, Mind, Body, Spirit in Toronto, Canada.
And
welcome.
Before we get started, I have to just say we are so grateful for all of the support that we have gotten in the last 3 days. I can't believe this is only our fourth live we've done for June so far. And the amount of love and support that we have been shown from the community is unbelievable. It is so amazing. I think on all 3 of our videos on YouTube, I think we got to 1,000 watches within the first few hours on all 3. We're so grateful. And then here on Facebook, we're starting to grow a bigger community here. For us, it just means so much that we get to share what we're feeling and what we're going through, and doing that practice with you guys. Our whole intention is to raise some vibration so that we are living that high vibe life. This is why we are here. So if you haven't already, please be sure to head on over to all of our different social media networks. If you're someone who really loves Instagram, then make sure you hit that follow. If you're more of a YouTube person, just hit that like, subscribe, that notification bell. Try and fit our daily practice in any way that you can. There's some of you will do better practice earlier in the morning. It's kind of nice to wake up and do some practice and mindfulness. Sometimes it might be easier for you to relax at the end of a long day and just settle your energy and listen. Candice and I are here at any time of the day when you would like us. So please make sure you leave a comment if you are here, if you're watching, and let us know how any of your practice yesterday went. Yesterday we were talking a little bit about worrying and how to overcome some of that. So make sure you leave a comment as we move forward today.
Absolutely. And I feel like if someone is maybe having to watch the video before bed, maybe you're going to find yourself being one day behind us, because you can then go to bed and know tomorrow you're going to wake up and you're going to do that day's goal. And then before you go to bed, you'll get your next goal. You might be like a day behind, but that's one way that you can still do it if you're not able to catch us at this time in the morning live with us, right? So you could do it that way. There's many ways to make it work.
Yeah.
But for a moment, let's just all just take a minute, because it's a very special day. Don't act like you don't know what's coming. Okay, babe.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Someone's birthday today, and it's Steven's birthday, the ripe age of 24.
Oh, you're my favorite person in the world today. Today,
sorry, I said that backwards. 40.
I'll cut you.
You're an old man.
It's okay, I'm a gorgeous man for my lovely ripe age. Oh, MJ says hola, and oh, thank you, darling. Thank you for the birthday love. I always appreciate that. Thank you, my dear. So, and thank you, soul sister. That means a lot. This year, I'm really looking forward to a lot of personal growth. And more outside personal growth. The last few years were more about grounding and finding roots before growing. This year, my word is going to be evolve. I'm evolving. My next cycle is going to be about evolution. And that doesn't mean I'm going to find the ultimate this year. I think I want to enjoy the evolution every single step of the way. And that's where I am with my energy this year. So thanks for joining me and wishing me all the happiest of birthdays. That means a lot. So yesterday, Candice, we were talking about worrying. How did that go for you?
Okay, so I know that yesterday I said I felt like it was going to be easy, and I had set myself up, and I feel like the first half of my day, it was fine. And when I was having moments where worry could be part of taking over my thought processes, I was able to kind of let that go. So that was really good. And then I found it was later in the evening that I started kind of getting caught up in some of my thoughts. And although I was being aware of them and I was kind of just letting them, pass by, I wasn't trying to be judgmental of my thoughts. I was just kind of letting them play out and then not spend time on them.
Yeah.
Um, they did leave the feeling, and I had to keep going back and reminding myself. So, um, I think being conscious of it was really good, and being aware of them and being aware of what was making me feel worry, and kind of just like naming it, knowing what's real and what's not, and what's important and what's not important, and what's serving and what's not serving was good. But for sure, I still had to handle those feelings, and they still came up, and they were still very much there. And so now I think it kind of was able to help me pinpoint some places where maybe I need to spend some time, maybe making some planning or doing some lists, like do some things to maybe address the facts of what was causing worry. I didn't want to just ignore it, because I think that the things that I'm worrying about are very important things, like,
Yeah.
life things. Not just trying to like be, live off the land here in the middle of Toronto, but um, I needed to address these things. So I just think it kind of was like, okay, so obviously I'm not doing enough right now to feel like I'm putting the work into reaching these goals. And maybe that's why the worry is so just kind of existing on its own and coming up even when I'm trying to be in control of it. So I'm going to do some extra things today, I think, just to ease that part of myself. Yeah. But, that's life, right? So, what about you? How'd it go? How'd it go yesterday?
I felt like yesterday was going to be a rather worry-free day, and I was right. It was very easy, happy-go-lucky day. I still consciously, as a planner, my personality is to plan ahead and look ahead and like see things. I think it was sort of like the first principle, the first day, about sort of staying more present and not looking too far forward. And I really think that energy is going to carry into today and what we are specifically talking about today. So if anyone has anything that they'd like to leave in the comments about their relationship with worry, or how their day went. Was it easy? Was it hard? Please feel free. I just want to shout out that MJ says she loves your t-shirt, Flash Dance. There are signs every day. What a feeling. Da-da-da-da-da. Yes. Love it. Okay. So let's jump forward into today's practice. Again, we're going to start with our Japanese prayer. We'll move into the English version, and then we're going to talk about our third gokai, our gratitude principle today. All right, so placing your hands in gasho. Again, tip of your fingers, the bridge of your nose, elbows lifted, heart center in line with your central energetic channel. Taking a deep breath. Kyo dake wa ikaru na, shinpai su na, kansha shite, yo hagime hito ni shinsetsu ni. Just for today, I will be happy. Just for today, I will be free of worry. Just for today, I will be grateful for my many blessings. Just for today, I will do my work honestly. Just for today, I will honor my neighbor and all living things. All right, so let's talk gratitude. So the third gokai that we're talking about today is just for today, I will be grateful for my many blessings. I want everyone to take a moment and think about the one thing that really comes to mind today that you are grateful for. And ask yourself, what does that gratitude feel like? Where does that gratitude live in your body? What memories, what visions come across your minds? What words do you think of? What tastes do you get? Do you smell something? Maybe you get goosebumps. Maybe you feel your body need to shake it out a little bit. Maybe you feel a smile or a laugh coming across your face. Take a moment and sit in that. You know, when it comes to gratitude, you can really use this practice of mindfulness, of being aware of what makes you happy, in order to program your mind to be in a more positive, light space. Even in some of the hardest times, the darkest times, the heaviest times, those moments can be changed just by remembering the things that make you and continue to make you happy. Now, I want to take a moment and talk a little bit about hermetics. And hermetics are the principles of energy in the entire world. And one of them is polarity. And polarity talks about when something is on one side, there has to be something on the other side of that that counterbalances and allows for that energy to be so high. And if you're someone who has, maybe gratitude practice is very challenging for you. Maybe it's very difficult to sit in a place that seems so light and lithe, because maybe you're going through some really heavy things, or maybe you've continually gone through heavy things. So it can be difficult to sit in that space. It's important to recognize that gratitude is only there because you understand what it's like to not have certain things. And once you've attained these things, once you've felt those things, often that's where this gratitude stems from and comes from. So even if you take something as simple as being grateful for a sunny day, we're really grateful for those sunny days because we know what it's like to experience the rain, what it's like to experience the cold, to experience whatever the opposite, the polarity for that is for yourself. And I think a lot of the times when we're trying to build our self-love and our self-practice, sometimes it's nice to think about what it was like before you had some of these things that you're grateful for. What was that like? And how has your life changed now that you're living in a space that has more abundance in this area that you are grateful for? So Candice, why don't you go first? Where do you find gratitude in your life?
Yeah, so I'm going to just was coming to mind was a memory that I had that happened not too long ago, maybe like a few weekends ago or something. And I was sitting in the backyard with you and your husband and my partner. And I realized as I was sitting there that I was surrounded by three all very different men. And they were all lovely, safe, and they love me. And I love each and every one of them as well. And it was a moment of gratitude for me because although I have strong relationships with the men in my life, like my father, um, that's it. No, just kidding. Um, but I feel like my relationships with men and feeling trust and safe has been, broken, and it's been a dark spot in my life, and I've been hurt badly by men in different ways. And so I've always kind of, there's been parts of my life where I honestly probably didn't want anything to do with men in general. And I realized there that, like, wow, I've actually healed a lot of things. and I've gone past a lot of things in my life and a lot of the hurt and stuff and a lot of the blaming and victim mentality. And here I am with someone who I love in my romantic way, love very much, and he to me, and we're very happy, and there's this great relationship there. And then I have my best friend, you, and your husband, and our relationships and the love that we have. And I've found safety and love and family in these relationships with men. And I realized just how grateful I am for being able to move on from the past and all of those things. So that was something that it just came to mind, and I wasn't expecting to even think of that, but that's what came to mind today, and that's something that I feel grateful for.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
I feel grateful for many things, but that is one thing that I'm going to share with you guys today. I could say my daughter, because of course I'm grateful for her, but we already
Oh, that chick.
Oh, that girl, that sweet, beautiful little angel. So Stephen, what about you? What are you grateful for today?
I am grateful. Obviously it is my birthday, so right now I have a really beautiful, beautiful tribe of people who are reaching out to me from all different parts of my life, different aspects of who I have been over the many years, all the many different people this Gemini has been over his life, and just realizing that I'm just so grateful for the impact that every single one of those people have had in my life. Even if we're walking a different cycle, even if we're on a total different path, you know, you meet people and they come into your life and they change it. And your life can be made better by so many of these relationships. And I'm reminded of that this morning, and it almost brings like tears to my eyes when I think of how different of a person I could be if it wasn't for every single one of the people that are a part of my chosen family, and how they've impacted who I am. Whew, getting a little teary. But I'm extremely grateful for the relationships that have found me, that I have chosen to cultivate, and the way that they've made themselves present in my life, and the way that people continue to show up for me. I'm so grateful for that. It is amazing for me. In the feed here, I want to point out we have MJ. She is saying she is grateful to be alive and feel it in her heart, like a purple flame glowing outward. That's so beautiful. Your imagery is so visual. I love that. It's so nice. We have Eden. She's popping on here saying, "Morning, lovelies. So happy to kick off the day with you. Grateful for you both." Eden, super grateful for you. Mwah. Love you so
Eden.
much. So, as we move forward for today, a thought process that I would like to leave us with is gratitude is something that is meant to be felt and shared, not explained. If you are someone who is a very skeptical person, remember that, you know, science is just the words that humans use to describe magic. And we don't need to describe these things. We don't need to describe the feelings. We don't have to understand the feelings. Gratitude doesn't even need to be labeled gratitude. It can be that feeling inside you that gives you peace, that makes you smile, that gives you calm. And today I want you all to search into your deep inner resources. And I want you to know that even in the hardest moments, in the heaviest moments, like even in astrology right now, there's a lot going on. The sun and the moon are in Gemini, and all the other outer planets, everything is like emotional right now. There's a lot of emotions happening in Cancer. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of feels right now. So if you're somewhere in the depths of those feels, look deep and find that feeling. And I want you to say to yourself, just for today, I will be grateful for my many, many blessings. As we finish off for today, the guide that we have chosen for today from our tarot is actually a little unexpected. What we chose for today is the 9 of Pentacles to be our guide. Nine of Pentacles. Now, there's a lot of cards in the tarot deck that talk about gratitude that we could have chosen. But because we're talking about living a high vibe life, because we're talking about filling our own inner resources, the Nine of Pentacles is this gorgeous woman in a beautiful position in her life where she walks around her garden and everything has grown and flourished. And she walks around in awe of all the things that she has created in her life. We are going to empower you today to walk around your life and look at the things that you have created in your own garden. What flowers have you sown? What were intentions in your life that have blossomed all over and around you? And find gratitude and peace in that today. Anything you would like to add today, Candice, before we finish on up?
Yeah, I think also if you're struggling, I know some topics that people might be facing are really, really, really heavy. And I think even finding moments to be grateful that you are taking the steps to healing, taking the steps to finding safe space, taking the steps to even just watching this video and learning about gratitude, learning how, hearing it, even if you are just grateful for that, finding a community, just the beginnings of something is enough. That is something very worth being grateful for, because life can be heavy and everyone's going through something different, and you know, not everyone's able to see so clearly what is in front of them. So just try to find a moment and just be grateful for taking the first step, or even thinking about taking the first step if that's where you're at right now. And we're here.
Love that.
There are people who love you and will support you even if you don't know them. They're here.
I love that. Well, and so it is. I want y'all to remember, magic is real.
Magic is real.
It's real. Namaste, Soul Circle.
Much love.